What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And right now we're going to be talking about the ultimate MUT glitch, bro. You guys are going to build a God Squad so quickly. On top of that, you're probably going to get a giveaway from GmiasWorld. It's going to be a beautiful holiday for a lot of you guys that are watching the content. So make sure you stay tuned to the videos. And as we give out the information on how the giveaways are going to go, you're probably going to be one of the lucky winners. But we're going to jump right into building your God Squad quick. Bro, this is really intense, the way that EA Sports did this. Very happy. I think it's a huge W with the way that EA Sports has actually done this. All right, so they dropped a lot of information about the Ghost and what's going to be happening within the game, and that's going to be getting launched. By the time you watch this video, you will be able to see a lot of what I'm talking about. The chems and all the things that are going to be happening with the Zero Chill players are going to be very good, very unbelievable, and we're going to talk about some of those things. Now, realistically, we're going to be going with the Ghost of the past, all right? And we're going to be focusing on a few players, all right? So you guys understand what's happening. Larry Allen, Lawrence Taylor, Charles Tillman, you got Dree Archer, who's a nice one. Darius Hayward Bay is going to be intense. That's Tony Gonzalez. We got Andrew Luck, which I can't wait. Julius Peppers, Harold Carmichael. Okay, those are the past Ghosts. All right, so some of you guys might be like, yo, G, what are you talking about? How are we going to do this? Like, what's the problem with this, bro? Like, they're going to be definitely expensive, right? The limiteds, maybe, all right? But any 5 90 overalls are going to get you a Ghost of Mutt, which is a huge W. But on the same time, if you're not taking advantage of this promo, you can just sell 90 overalls as you make them. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's happening, all right? We're going to go now, and I'm going to show you guys the way that we're going to actually go through it, especially for those of you guys that don't really have a lot of, coins or whatever. If you have certain cards in your binder right now, you're going to be making a lot of bank, all right? So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into the catalog, and you're going to want to find the cheapest 90s, okay? I'm going to say that again, the cheapest 90s, because every 5 of them is going to give you one of the Ghost players. Now, we don't know what the Ghost players are going to be. We have no idea, all right? But I have a decent amount of 90s in my lineup already, all right? So if you average it out, right, the 90s are going for about, 84K. Like, even like a guy like this, right? He's a 90 overall player, all right? He sucks. But you have to realize, right, depending on how the promo goes, these prices could go up. If they do, for whatever reason, you're going to have to make a play. You're going to have to figure out what actually works for you. If you can't afford 100K, then you're going to probably have to snipe the Ghost as people make the sets. More than likely, it's going to be all about the legends, like the Randy Moss, stuff like that. And it's going to continue to go towards the legends being the more expensive cards, obviously. So in that case, you may have to spend money. If you spend money and you don't get a limited, whatever you get, you're going to convert back into this to build that God Squad. So I'm going to show you guys again the way that I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure that I have a suitable amount of 90s, all right? That is the key situation. The Reduxes are usually the cheapest 90s, but it doesn't have to be that way. There can be random cards that are cheaper than these, but you have to go through it and find it. And no, they do not have to be 90 overall Zero Chill cards. However, you can make the 90 overall Zero Chill cards in addition to making Core Elite 90s. So you may get luckier with some of these 90s, especially if you were pulling a lot of packs. If you were pulling packs and going wild like a savage, you may have a lot of these guys just sitting around, like this bum Jamil Dean. It doesn't really matter who the card is. I just need you guys to have a decent amount. So this one is pretty cheap, right? He's under 100K. I'm going to grab him, right, and just give you guys the example of what I'm doing in order to build up for the team that's coming later, because I always give you the information early so that once the promo drops, guess what? You guys are ready to go, right? You're like, yo, G, I'm on. You're ready to rock. That's what it's all about. So look right here. Let me just show you guys something. When you go back to the set, right, and you go to the program, what's going to happen is you're going to go over here to Zero, well, not Monday Mix-Up. You're going to go to Zero Chill. All right, let me just go ahead and reset that. You're going to go to Zero Chill. Okay, and then once you're in Zero Chill, you see like how we already have the 590s? You're going to want to make sure, okay, that you have enough 90s ready to go for the players that you're going to want. Because ultimately, it's going to take you a decent amount of them to build the team, and they also get special chemistries, so you just want to make sure that you have all of that. Also, with this one right here, it takes 10, all right, 10 cards. I don't know why you would use 10 cards to do this, because they don't have to be Zero Chill. It's any 90 overall. So you would look for other 90 overalls by simply going to the set you would look to see, you know, go by type. You can look at the packs part, or you can go based on players. But most of these are 88s and stupidness like that, but you do have this 90 to 91. Now, the problem with this one is, if for whatever reason you pull a 91, it doesn't go into the set. Based on the graphic that I saw, it's just any 90. So they're specifically targeting the 90s. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other set real quick so you guys can know what's going on, right? This is something that you got to know, you know, pretty much about this. If we go over to Zero Chill, it was the same type of writing that I saw on the graphic that was there before. It specifically states 90. It's not 90 plus. So that right there, even though the 91 is a possibility, EA Sports will make sure you get more 91s so that you're wasting your 88s. All right, if that makes any sense to you. Like, they're not just going to make you get 90s because they know that most people are going to be utilizing it for that. So you just want to make sure, like, I'm just trying to make sure that we cover all the angles, right? So that you guys know what's going on. That one right there might be good. It could be a situation where it's not, because you're getting too many of the other cards. Team of the week and stuff like that, trying to make 90s by utilizing specific team of the week players. No, you're not going to do that, right? It would make more sense to just buy the 90 outright than to actually do something like that. It wouldn't make any sense. So realistically for me, I would go with the catalog and I would just find the cheapest 90s and just stockpile them, right? Now, remember with this, right, the unstoppable players, they take 587s, okay? So with the way that it works, you could probably make a lot of these guys as well. That's why I'm going through them, because you can do the same exact thing. If you feel that you can make it in a different way, feel free to write it in the comments. Feel free, just like, yo, G, look, what about this one? What about that? The community would be like, all right, yo, that probably makes sense. Or they'll be like, yo, that doesn't make any sense at all. That's ultimately the way that it goes. So we're just looking for the cheapest way to do it. So, like I said, you scroll down, you keep looking through, okay, you know, Team of the Week is out, you know, don't even go tell me Team of the Week, though. Team of the Week is really ridiculous. I'm not even gonna lie to you boys. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to do that, so I would just avoid it. As far as making Legends, obviously, that's not gonna be lucrative in any manner. You know, they do have the 90s with the AKAs, but I wouldn't recommend that either, because it depends on what these 87s are, and it has to be AKAs. So even though they're 20,000, you're gonna be still looking to spend around the 96 to the 100K anyway. So does it make any sense to do that? Probably not. And that's the way you have to go through it to get all the 90s. Once you figure out what you want to do, like I told you, the past ghosts are ridiculous. LT, all these dudes, it's going to be really, really nasty. And then what you're going to do, once you build up the team the way you want it, you're going to start getting rid of the other players, right? So you'll probably be able to make even more of them, because a lot of these players that you see right now are going to be gone. And that's how you're going to build the ultimate God Squad. Once I put together the once I put together the God Squad, once the actual promo drops, I will give you guys a video displaying what we've done and all the upgrades that we're going to be able to have as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and like it, share it, sub, do all that good stuff. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have a beautiful day. Until next time, one love, y'all.